greeting. You never get a second chance to make a first impression, guys, so make it count. A beautiful handshake, a kind smile. And if it's their first time here, remember, you're their chaperone. You're the person that's going to tour them through the rest, so make sure you're the lead.
So Zoe, what are your goals and limitations about your hair today?
I just want something that's easy to take care of, that I can do in the morning.
So something you can do.
One thing that we find to be really the most important in the salon business is consistency. It's really handling customers in the same way every time, the right way. Asking questions is critical and listening to the response, because what a great consultation will give you is a great storyboard of the kind of expectation a customer has for the service you're about to provide. You could call it image profile, download of style, but the one thing that we want to challenge is the use of the word consultation. What is this actually used for is actually asking the right questions so it can give you a great storyboard, if you will, of how to achieve the customer's expectation. Questions can work in different ways. It's not important you use it verbatim, but it's important that you come up with a dialogue that fits your store, your way of doing hair. A hypothetical question could be, what are your goals with your hair and what are your limitations? How much did you budget for your beauty care needs today? And then just shut up and let the customer tell you where you can comfortably take them. The one thing that we really find out by asking the right questions, we really get a great sense of what the customer's wish list is. So it's more than just asking questions to be polite, it's giving you the science and the know-how, how best to deliver the information through it. Now we get to the most exciting part for hairdressers, the technical, and we brought the best expert in the world, Mr. Takashi Kitamura. Welcome.
Thank you. Hi, Robert.
A gorgeous model, Zoe. He's going to be an amazing example of what can be done on our manhandling adventure. What's the sort of strategy, Takashi?
So I like to start with some color on it. So I like to put just a few highlights on the front to get a nice dimension, nice and simple.
The tools we're going to be using today is Paul Mitchell's dual purpose bleach with 20 volume, a little bit of foil, and again, the philosophy, Takashi, I think is magical. Less is more. It's not about 150 foils, it's about an upgrade or a bridge. Now the section size, I mean, is that dictated by anything?
Just not too deep for me, because if you get too much color on it, you get more roots to it. So I don't want to get too much roots on it after for a while. Especially as a man, I want to keep it nice and simple.
The one thing that we know as smart professionals in the salon every day is one of the ways we make the biggest impact on our business is by upgrading. Seeing every opportunity on a haircut booking to see what else you can go to the next level on. So the one thing that we really do in the salon every single day is look for all these possibilities of upgrades, not just because we make more money. There's another scientific reason. We found that the more services a customer enjoys in our salon, the more likelihood they'll return. So by getting them into multiple services, different people in the salon, you're actually creating a much better loyalty with your everyday customers. As far as pricing for this, Takashi, obviously it's quite simple to kind of work through. What would you charge in a salon for something like this?
Probably start from like 45 up.
Well, that's pretty profitable. $45 for 3 foils. That's pretty amazing.
I mean, we know where to put it, right?
That's it. It's not knowing kind of color, it's knowing where it goes, and that's the one thing that defines us as professionals. So here we are, we're on the last foil, so it's a 3 foil highlight, so it's quite easy to imagine that you can actually upgrade any haircut situation into a few highlights in the right manner. The choice here for the dual purpose bleach was quite simple, just simply we want a very summery look. I think that's a great way to explain it to guys. It's going to look like they spent the summer in Hawaii. So it's really not about getting an unnatural look. Even though we chose to burnish it more with the bleach over a color, we like this kind of look and it'll work beautifully with his kind of dirty blonde hair that he's got naturally. It couldn't be simpler. 3 foils specifically placed, and especially as we get into the haircut technique, this will really kind of come alive. So there it is, Simple Business 101. So here we have Zoe back, and you may remember 3 foils, that's all it took to catch. You give it a little comb through because I think the results are outstanding here.
So put 3 foils in it.
And who would imagine for such little work what a big difference you'd see? So I just love that sort of feeling in it. Technique-wise, you're going to go somewhere in the haircut. Give us a little download of what you're going to do in the technique.
So on the side area, I like to use one of my techniques, shocking technique, so I can create like in and out kind of messy kind of texture kind of feel to it. And then on the top area, I like to use a point cut technique, which is I use a lot on the men's hair. So I can create same kind of texture, but on the top I can get it a little bit easier to get on it to get a point cut.
So the choice in techniques is one, there's the stroking that's going to give you a sort of stone-washed edge is what we talk about in our culture, and then the point cut to really create the interior design that's all that piecey texture that we love so much. Sound like a plan? Let's get to it.
I'm gonna start my haircut from the front end, and then just men's hair I like to cut really messy and not too perfect look into it.
Well, it's kind of interesting because in this science we use a lot of clean straight lines but with more of a kind of serrated edge.
Right.
I think the kind of things that we look at in TreeTea and the grooming products is guys are looking for a piecier sort of feel. Stroking is one of my favorite hybrid techniques. The blueprint that we're using here is real simple, but most importantly I think it's why would you want to learn stroking? What would it mean to me as a hairdresser to know how to stroke? What do you think?
It's just different way to cut hair, and then everybody can cut blunt cut very well, but we gotta try to do something different as a hairdressing, I think.
How do your male customers react when you cut hair in this manner?
Oh, they like it. They never seen it before, so once they got it, they feel like they are special.
So I think that a lot of times we think these techniques are designed for hair shows. Ladies and gentlemen, you're on a hair show every single day. You're on an audience of one, and these are the most important people in your lives because these are long-term customers. These are the techniques that separate you from other individuals that just happen to cut hair. This is all about a hair cutting experience. And I think, Takashi, working with you every day in the salon, I really see men getting this type of, almost every single hair is manicured. What an experience. Why would you want just a haircut? Now, the one thing is we love stroking, but one of the other principles that you build into our kind of culture is many different ways of creating texture. So stroking is like the #1 sort of usage. Let's talk a little bit about point cutting because I find that to be an incredible technique too.
Point cut is really good way to put some space in the hair, keeping the length, and then you can just create nice space into the hair. So this way I just want to take off some corner and length to it, and then once I take the length, I'm going to bring the shade in a little bit more.
Now, being an observer of you and watching you, I think you have 5 different point cutting techniques. So it's really going to be in your favor, guys. All we're trying to show you here with the day in the life of sort of visual is to really get you encouraged to watch the actual technical side, where we really break down all the different sciences and the reasons why you got to have them. Hair cutting isn't difficult, but by using these tools and these accessories, it's these multiples of different techniques that are going to keep you out of the rut and keep you constantly energized about the craft that you've chosen. And point cutting is just one of my favorites. The way you do it, Takashi, it looks like magic, but it can be taught. Do you believe that?
It's very easy to use, and then once you're used to it, it's not scared, and then it's less chance to cut yourself too if you do right.
So you can teach me how to do it without cutting myself?
Oh, sure, I can do it.
Wow. This is definitely something worth watching on the different part of the DVD. Go to the menu on technical. You're going to love it.
So on the side too, I want to blend a little bit more too, so just point cuts all the way through. So once you create a nice style, so details are kind of key to please the band a little bit more. So point might use my scissors and clean up a little.
Your favorite product seems to be at the show is TreeTea Grooming Pomade and TreeTea Styling Gel. Now this is a styling gel, but you've chose to kind of mix them. Why?
Because he got such a strong texture. If we mix together, I can move his hair really well and a nice kind of texture feel to it.
I love it. It's very much an example of tailor-made, the exact products that he's going to need. He's only going to find that knowledge from his professional hairdresser. T3. I will be honest, guys, I would say that the exceptional success rate in our salons, both dealing with men and giving the highest level of service possible, really does make a difference. For you guys to start using T3 on every single customer visit will change your life in a couple of different ways. First of all, it'll develop loyalty. Why? Because we know the customer's favorite thing in our salon visit is the shampoo. And be honest, usually hairdressers around the world, it's their least favorite. What would it mean to us as hairdressers to take this to a new level? Retention. Clients will come back. Anytime they enter a salon that doesn't use the T3 system, they're going to know they're in the wrong place. So let's get some kind of excitement about what we take for granted every single day, and let's start putting it into the client and showing them just how much we care when it comes to giving service. Some ground rules we follow. Lots of product, guys. Don't be skimpy with it. The true essence of luxury is really almost like an overdose. It's an over-enthusiastic way of delivering a little extra product, a little extra muscle, a little extra massage. Secondly, clean white towels. If you're using those colored towels that often work because you're coloring customers' hair, they're not quite as righteous as some of the towels that they use in spas. Clean white towels define a massage by luxury. And hot steamy water, and let that tea tree essence act like aromatherapy going around the whole client's situation, so they can not just feel the touch of the head, but they're also feeling the stimulation from the inside through their senses, the way it smells. It's really important as smart salons of the future that we really appeal to every single sense to take the client's enjoyment to the ultimate in experience levels. So using the system, what we have laid out here is a step-by-step process that you can work and use on every single client that comes through the salon to guarantee the consistency of the service. When you get used to using this particular system every single day, you're going to see a huge generation of new business. You're going to see a huge level of loyal customers coming back to you time and time again because you're prepared to do something that other hairdressers won't take the time to do. Set yourself apart. Use the T3 experience. Use it in the back bar every single day. Take home. Talk about brilliant dialogue. Take home. Those two words have changed my whole perception of my salon. And the one thing that we know that retail's an old world. It takes place in Kmart. It's not sexy. Take home is, and it's unique to us in the professional salon industry. Only we can prescribe take home products. Fellow professionals of our industry, let's unite and get one thing that we can change the world with. Is just being consistent in our message. Let's let every single customer in our salons know that it matters where they buy their products. It matters that they choose the professional products that we recommend in the salon every day because it makes a difference. It makes a difference in profitability, and a lot of this experience that they get driven in every single salon comes from the profit of retail dollars. Let's not be shy. Let's let every customer know that they're helping our dreams. They're helping us with education. They're helping us with our alliance of professional standing. That's what makes us unique. That's why we're not in supermarkets. That's what keeps us truly professional. Let's, as an industry, congratulate every single customer that makes a wise choice in investing in this tea tree system. I think we should celebrate it, in fact. And every time you lift one of those to-go bags for take home, use these words. Please enjoy your new product wardrobe. Rebook. Use a hook to rebook. We talk about that in our CDs, but the one thing you've got to understand that the most successful hairdressers in our industry rebook 80% of their customers. Guys, you got to have fun with the dialogue. It's a game, and the one thing that we didn't build on this DVD was something just to motivate you. What we wanted to give you was habits in which you can succeed using the tea tree experience. It's really quite simple. All you got to do in closing out a customer is say, hey, in 6 weeks your haircut's going to self-destruct. You better be here to see me. And let's be honest, guys, if you're going to go that far, let's take it to the next level. Because the one thing that really will help your business is word-of-mouth advertising. And the one thing you cannot do is buy it. I really got to tell you guys is when you're talking about men, where are you going to find them? It's quite simple. They're in your chair every day, the perfect vehicle. It's called women. Every man in the world is controlled by at least 4 women. Girlfriends, wives, sisters, aunties, they pick your aftershave, your dockers. These are the people you want to influence first. Define it like this. They can have a haircut or a haircut experience. That's what tea tree can do for you. I personally believe as an industry, we're obligated to give the advice and the knowledge. Right now, we can't leave it all up to Queer Eye for the Straight Guy to give information to our male clients. Let's be responsible. We're in a credible time in our industry that we're being bombarded with TV commercials that say how to highlight your own hair. My answer for that is, hey, we redo what you do. For Herbal Essence, they've done $400 million on a shampoo innuendo. There's only one place you're going to feel that. That's in the salon. That's truly where the experience lives. And the only way we can really inherit this incredible possibility is by owning up for it and taking it. We have to stand united. Let's agree that we make our salons a sanctuary for these busy, busy people that have lives packed with jobs and kids and every single thing that drives them insane. Let's make sure when they come here, they receive pleasure, comfort, and a wellness that only happens in that T3 experience. It's so important to us that you could choose us for a coach. We would be honored to coach you and help you with these simple steps. People say to me sometimes, is it difficult? To be quite honest, no. What is difficult is the resistance. But if you truly want to be the most outstanding professional you can be in the industry, please use tea tree. It is a power tool. It'll give you the muscle to take your career to the next level. I guarantee it.